here's a review for the 3D quiz. Number 1, what's the base shape? So on the bottom, hopefully you can see the bottom of that shape is a triangle. Okay. And then the 3D shape, the whole shape, I need the first and last name. So the triangle's on the base, so it's triangular. And it goes to a vertex at the top, it's pointy, that is a pyramid, right? Triangular pyramid. Number of faces. Now, think about all the flat surfaces on this pyramid. There's 3 around the sides and 1 on the bottom. That's 4 faces. One of those is a base. Number of vertices. Again, where are the corners? 3 on the bottom, 1 on the top. That's 4 again. And then edges, you got 3 coming down, 3 on the bottom. That's 6. You can count each of those edges on that. So, number 2, base shape. So on the very bottom, we have a rectangle. And then the 3D shape, well, it's a rectangular what? So if the side faces, the lateral faces are all rectangles, and it has 2 bases, that's called a prism. Yeah? Number of faces. So we got 1 on top, 1 on bottom, 4 around the lateral side. So that would be a total of 6 faces. 2 of them are bases. Vertices, you can count 4 up top, 4 on the bottom. That's 8 vertices. And edges, 4 on top, 4 on the lateral faces, 4 on the bottom. That's 12. You can actually count each individual segment to get that. Now, let's talk about cross sections. All right? So we're going to have a cross section parallel to the base. Remember, if you see parallel to the base, it matches the base. And what's the base of number 1? Right? We're doing number 1. The base is a triangle. So for number 3, it's a triangle when you cut it parallel to the base. Number 4, this is asking for number 2, looking at this picture up here, what's the vertical cross section? Okay? Vertical cross section. So straight up and down, I see a rectangle. So I see a rectangle. Again, vertical means straight up and down, right? So we saw a rectangle up and down. We got to remember what happens when we rotate. So on number 5, what 3D figure is created by rotating a triangle. So remember, if you got a triangle and you rotate it, makes a cone. But number 6, what 3D figure is created by rotating a rectangle? So if you got a rectangle and you start rotating that, okay, you get a cylinder. All right. Find the LSA and the TSA. Okay, so we got a prism and a cylinder. So you got your formula chart to help you do this. Okay, so first let's do lateral surface area of this prism. I need P and I need H. Okay, so the perimeter of the base, 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12. The height is also 12. So LSA equals PH. That equals 12 times 12. Let's try that again. Which is 144. So for the lateral surface area, I got 144 feet squared. Then I got to figure out big B. Now remember, the base shape is a triangle, and to find the area of the base, you do little bh over 2. So since it's a right triangle, my base is 3, my height is 4, little b, little h, so 3 times 4 over 2. This one's really similar to the one we did on the notes. It is the same one. So we get 6 for big B, So TSA equals pH plus 2B. We already know pH is 144 plus 2 big B, which is 6. 144 plus 2 times 6 is 12 is 156. So we get 156 feet squared. All right. Over here, we're doing a cylinder. So for a cylinder, I need to know R, I need to know H. And we know R is 2, and we know H is 5. So this will be easy. LSA equals 2 pi RH. 2 times pi times 2 times 5. 2 times pi times 2 times 5. 2 pi times 2 times 5. 62.83. So that would be in units of centimeters squared, talking about area. And then TSA is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R squared. We know 2 pi RH is already 62.83, and we're just adding 2 pi 2 squared. So we just hit plus 2 pi 2 squared plus 2 pi times 2 squared. And we get 87.96 centimeters squared. Same formulas from the formula chart. You just got to be careful to make sure you calculate your capital P, capital B, and plug stuff in right. All right, so flip it over. We got a cone. So for the cones formula, we need to know R and L. So R is not 12, right? If this whole thing is 12, halfway across is 6, right? L on the slant, well, that is 28. So if I'm trying to figure out lateral surface area, okay, LSA equals pi RL, which is 6, nope, it's pi times 6 times 28. So what is pi times 6 times 28? 527.79. And that would be units squared. And then, for the total surface area, pi RL plus pi R squared. We already know what pi RL is, we just figured that out. Plus pi R squared just fixing a few things here. Okay, so adding pi 6 squared. So let's just hit plus sign pi 6 squared 640.89. 640.89. And again, those would be units squared, whatever my units are. Alright, last one over here. We got a pyramid. To do the pyramid, I first need to know P, and the perimeter of the base, the three sides I have are 14 plus 12 plus 12, which equals 38, if I'm calculating that right. 38. Okay, the L, the slant height, is labeled on there on this dashed line, which is 9. So the LSA from my formula chart is 1/2 PL, or PL over 2, which is 38 times 9 over 2. 38 times 9 divided by 2. 171. So I got 171 units for LSA. And let's do the TSA, total surface area, equals PL over 2 plus big B. Now, off to the side here, big B for a triangle is little bh over 2. What is the little b? We got 14. What's the height of that triangle? 13.9. So 14 times 13.9 divided by 2. 14 times 13.9 divided by 2. 97.3. So, if PL over 2 is 171, and I'm adding big B, 97.3, all I got to do is add those up. 268.3. And both of those are going to be units squared. Alright, so when you're preparing for this quiz, you want to make sure that you are able to find all these surface areas. You know about the shapes, faces, vertices, edges, cross sections, rotations, all that.